This is All India Radio. Whispers of the Wind. All India Radio, in collaboration with Vigyan-Prasar, presents science serial Whispers of the Wind, based on understanding and managing climate change and global warming. Let's listen to episode number 9, titled Ocean Atmosphere Variability.
Grandma! Grandma! Where are you, Grandma?
I'm here, beta Molu.
Grandma, come first.
Okay.
Grandma, I want to listen a beautiful story from you. Remember, you have promised me to tell a story once I finish my exams.
Oh, yes.
So it is the right time. My exams are over and I am a free bird now.
Oh, great. Now let me tell you the story of a wise man, Noah.
Oh, Noah.
Yeah, Noah was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time. He was living on the sea coast with his family. Okay, so one fine morning, instead of going for the fishing as usual, he started making an ark.
Ark?
Yes, a huge ark.
But why?
Why? Everyone was asking the same question to Noah. Why? But he did not tell anybody about it. And one day, he was called by the king.
Noah,
Yes, Your Majesty.
Noah, I came to know from my soldiers that you are making a huge ark.
Yes, Your Majesty.
But why? Why such a huge ark? Have you been told by our enemy?
No, Your Majesty. Not by the enemy, but by the God himself.
God? Are you making me a fool, Noah?
No, Your Majesty. I'm telling the truth. The God came in my dream and told me that within a month there'll be a huge flood.
Huh?
Yes, the sea level will rise and everything on the coast will be wiped out. The God wants this earth to be clean.
And that's why you are making the huge ark? Oh, come on, Noah. Don't make me a fool.
Trust me, Your Majesty. Trust me. I'm sorry, but our kingdom, I'm worried about.
Don't worry about the kingdom, Noah. I am capable enough to take care of it. It's better you take care of yourself and your mental health.
But Your Majesty.
That's it.
The king did not feel keeping trust on Noah's dream. According to him, Noah was foolish and wasting time on nonsense things.
Grandma, what happened next?
Molu, Noah was not a fool. After a month or so, there was a cyclone formed over the sea. It was a huge cyclone, which had never been experienced by Noah before. Sea was literally roaring. It was marching ahead with its tall waves. It then started raining heavily. And within no time, everything was submerged except the Noah's Ark. Yes, Noah and his family went inside the ark. He took all those people who wanted to come with him. There were many animals also that took shelter in Noah's ark. You see, Molu, the sea had shown its furious nature. It took everything under its water. Only those survived who came in Noah's ark.
Oh no, Grandma. How is this story? It's not at all real. It's something like a myth.
Molu, it's our fortune. that the story is not turning into reality.
Oh,
But yes, if we continue to live like this, then this story will no longer be a myth.
oh, come on, Grandma. I don't understand what are you saying.
Molu, I mean to say, beta, in future, the story will occur in reality.
What? How is it possible? You are talking about the God coming into the dream and eventually the dream is coming true. Grandma, we are living in an era of smartphones and not in the mythological era of gods and goddess.
Yes, I know it, Molu. But try to understand. The God in the story is nothing but nature. Our surroundings, the ecosystem. And now, if we don't listen to the nature, obviously we have to pay for it. And we require to pay heavily.
I don't understand, Grandma.
Molu, almost every week there's a news regarding the global warming and climate change, isn't it? We have surely started facing the consequence of global warming. We are now experiencing delayed rains, early arrival of summer, and what not. But another furious thing will occur in future, I tell you.
Oh,
It is going to happen for sure.
what's that, Grandma?
Experts and scientists say that if temperature of the earth increases with present rate, then ice in the polar regions of the earth will melt.
Really?
Yes, Molu, it will surely melt. The water will spread all around. The sea level will rise significantly. As a result, some islands, coastal areas will be submerged permanently.
Oh my God.
Yes. So now you remember the God.
Come on, Grandma. Don't make fun of me. I understood your point that if we do not wake up now, it will be too late.
Correct. So, listen to the nature. Be prepared for better future, like Noah.
Yes, Grandma.
But beta, now it is the time for you to go to your bed. It's too late now. To do better work, you must take better sleep also, isn't it?
Yes, Grandma. Okay. Good night.
Good night. Sweet dreams.
So, Ria, what do you feel about our mission? Will it be a success?
Well, officer, I can't really predict regarding the success of our mission. It's your cup of tea. After all, everything about the mission depends on the captain and on you as a second in charge of this ship. But, officer, being the climatologist, I can analyze the climatic conditions and definitely can predict the forecast for next few days correctly. This will surely help us in completing our mission successfully.
That's right, Ria. You are providing great inputs. I always appreciate and praise the work of weather scientists, and it's a tough job though.
Thank you, officer. It sure is a tough job. But nature does not have any boundaries. A disturbance in the sea or ocean at thousands of kilometers away from us can affect the weather here.
Really?
Yes.
Is that so?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, the ocean plays a fundamental role in shaping the climate zones that we see on land, and it's also obvious.
And how do you think that is?
It's because more than 70% of the Earth's surface is occupied by oceans. Therefore, it is obvious that oceans absorb about 3/4 of the solar energy that strikes Earth.
That seems quite logical.
In addition, water has a high heat capacity, which means it heats up slowly and also it cools off slowly.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Remember that heat flows from areas at higher temperature to areas at lower temperature?
But what do you mean by that?
I'll explain. So, during the day, water is usually at a lower temperature than surrounding land and air. So, energy is transferred to the water.
And at night?
At night, water is often warmer than its surroundings. But energy gets transferred away from the water slowly because water cools off slowly.
That much I know, Ria.
Huh?
Being the chief officer of the ship and all, that much I must know.
I'm sorry, officer. I did not want to underestimate you. But
Oh, no, that's all okay. But let me complete the story for now. When ocean temperatures are warmer than air temperatures, the ocean heats the air above it and nearby land areas by conduction, convection, and radiation. Significant amounts of energy stored in the ocean can be carried inland by sea breezes. Am I correct, Ria?
absolutely, sir. But the story is not yet complete.
Oh, is that so? Come on, Ria.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then I will let you finish the story. But let me take another cup of tea. Do you want one too?
Sure, sir.
Okay, then I will make you one, huh?
All right. You know, the ocean doesn't just absorb solar radiation. It also helps to distribute heat around the globe. Ocean water is constantly evaporating, increasing the temperature and humidity of the surrounding air to form rain and storms that are then carried by trade winds, often vast distances.
Here is your hot cup of tea.
Thank you, officer.
And by the way, you are right. In fact, almost all rain that falls on land starts off in the ocean.
Right, and the tropical areas are particularly rainy because heat absorption and thus ocean evaporation is highest in this area.
Right.
Outside of Earth's equatorial areas, weather patterns are driven largely by ocean currents.
Ocean currents? That's interesting and something which is very much related to my domain.
Right, so currents are basically nothing but movements of ocean water in a continuous flow created largely by surface winds,
Okay.
but also partly by temperature and salinity gradients, Earth's rotation, and also tides. Major current systems typically flow clockwise in the northern hemisphere and counterclockwise in the southern hemisphere, and also in circular patterns that often trace the coastlines.
But what do you think is the significance of these ocean currents to us?
Exactly, officer, I'll tell you. So, ocean currents act much like a conveyor belt. They transport warm water and precipitation from the equator towards the poles, and cold water from the poles back to the tropics.
Okay, I was only testing you and it seems like you are right on your own. So, Ria, you mean to say these water currents only regulate global climate, huh?
Yes, now you got my point. These ocean currents help to counteract the uneven distribution of solar radiation reaching Earth's surface. Without ocean currents, regional temperatures would be more extreme, super hot at the equator, and frigid towards the poles, and much less of Earth's land would be habitable.
And that means these oceans are playing important role in the survival of living organisms on the earth.
Certainly, officer.
Okay.
Officer,
Oh, yes, Captain.
Ria,
Oh, Captain,
what's going on?
we were just chatting.
Sit down, sit down. In fact, Ria, I was searching for you.
Me? Why, sir?
Ria, I want to discuss with you regarding our next plan. And it's good that officer is also present here.
Yes, Captain.
Now listen to me carefully. I received the information from GPRS that the weather conditions ahead are not so good.
But that was predicted, Captain, because we are now in the zone of El Nino and...
Yes, Ria, that's your job. But I have to sail the ship safely through this ocean. And obviously, I need your help. Now you go through your charts again and mark all possible alternatives available for us. We can even change our route or even ask permission for the halt somewhere.
Yes, Captain. The charts are with me. Right now. See, here. As far as I guess, right now we are here exactly. Heading towards Eastern Pacific.
Yes.
Now, El Nino will be effective from this region. Look here.
Okay.
Which I have marked in red color.
Ria, sorry to interrupt, but what is this El Nino that you are talking about? And why are you so much worried about it?
Actually, officer, El Nino is a weak, warm ocean current that runs southwards along the coast of Peru and Ecuador at about Christmas time. In fact, the word El Nino is from Spanish language, and in Spanish it means child Christ. Since the effect is observed at about Christmas time, it is named like that.
Oh, I was not aware of that.
So, an early recorded mention of the term El Nino to refer to the climate occurred in 1892 when Captain Camilo Carrillo told the Geographical Society Congress in Lima that Peruvian sailors named the warm north flowing current El Nino because it was most noticeable around Christmas.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, El Nino is as real as other weather phenomena, like thunderstorms, for instance. But the only difference is that we have a very good idea what triggers thunderstorms, what conditions make it likely for them to occur, to the point where weather forecast models commonly pinpoint the locations and predicted severity of thunderstorms a day or so in advance.
Okay.
However, we do not have such knowledge for El Nino.
May I ask then, how do we predict them?
Once an El Nino has started, we have reasonably good skill in predicting the subsequent evolution over the next 6 to 9 months. But before it has started, we have very little skill in predicting the onset before the event has become obvious.
Oh.
Yeah, there are a variety of theories for why El Nino start, but unfortunately